The Forbidden Bible, the text that the Catholic Church did not include. What does it mean for there to be a forbidden Bible? Are there texts that were written but never accepted by the Catholic Church? Today, I will reveal to you what is not preached from the pulpit, forgotten texts, ancient doctrines, and secrets that perhaps they never wanted you to know. What is the Forbidden Bible? The Bible, as we know it today in Catholicism, was formed over centuries of selection. In councils such as Hippo or Carthage, the canonical books were defined. But there were also rejected texts, gospels, letters, apocalypses, writings of disciples. Many of these were considered apocryphal or heretical, not because they were false, but because their ideas did not align with the doctrine that was consolidating. Gospels that are not in your Bible. There are Gospels attributed to Thomas, Mary Magdalene, Philip, and others. The Gospel of Thomas, for instance, does not recount miracles or passion, but rather sayings of Jesus that sound more like mystical wisdom. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene portrays her as a close disciple of Jesus, even with jealousy towards Peter for her influence. Were these texts banned for heresy, or because they challenged the established power? The figure of Satan, was he always the enemy? In early writings, Satan was not the demon we know today. He was more of an accuser, as seen in the book of Job. Over the centuries, his figure evolved, influenced by theology, art, and the need to clearly establish good and evil. To what extent was that image of the devil constructed more for convenience than for revelation? Sex and spirituality, the great taboo. In the early centuries, there were Christian communities that viewed the body as a sacred part of creation. They even spoke of sacred sex as an expression of divine unity. But over time, the Church adopted a more ascetic stance. Celibacy was exalted, and pleasure was associated with sin. Many texts discussing the union of body and spirit were discarded or condemned. He wrote, "There are other prophetic books like the Apocalypse of Peter or that of Elijah, with differing visions of the final judgment. Some are more symbolic, others more hopeful, but they were not accepted. Why? Perhaps because they offered interpretations that questioned ecclesiastical authority or used fear as a tool of control." What does the Church say today? The Catholic Church acknowledges that there are apocryphal texts and studies them from a historical and literary perspective. Many of them are considered valuable for understanding the early centuries of Christianity, but they do not form part of the official deposit of faith. Not everything that was excluded is necessarily false, but neither is everything excluded divine revelation. The Forbidden Bible is not a cursed book. It is the echo of ancient voices that invite us to think, to question, and to deepen our faith. Because sometimes what lies outside the margins can also speak to us about God.